Do you how was it as a manager? Like, how did that feel? Like, in that position? Because you've gone from being an artist yourself, now you're looking after artists.
Yeah, yeah. I think for me, yeah, I think I was always doing the same thing, but this time I weren't spitting. That's it, that's just the difference. With Essentials, we're doing all the conducting, moving around, artwork, booking things, linking up people, doing booking studio, going here and there, talking to promoters. But now, with Straps, I'm doing everything, but I'm not just spitting. You know what I'm saying? So that's always been my thing. Like, same thing with bringing people on, like adding the genders, the kidmans, the Dizzy. You see them talent, you want them to shine. So for me, it was sort of like in terms of creative management, it was a natural transition for me.
I hear
Yeah,
you. Because you was already doing it.
already
You
doing
was
it.
doing it already
Exactly.
there.
Yeah, I might not be the most savvy at the time in terms of business points, having that relationship with like industry labels and stuff like that. But in terms of like putting together a song, through my training camp, through my Da Vinci training camp, yeah, I was well apt and equipped to get the best out of an artist. Yeah, it's about relationships, isn't it? So it felt normal, man. It felt normal, bro.
Okay, cool. You build on the back of Strapsy managing him. You build like your own kind of record label, IRecords.
Yeah, yeah. IRecords with Money Mac.
Yeah, you done that with Money Mac.
Yeah.
So did you link up with Money Mac through the Strapsy situation, right?
Yeah, but I know Money Mac prior, because Money Mac's like a family, young Mad B and Mad B's cousin. That's their cousin. So I've known him, and he used to have a studio anyway in Peckham. Then he had a studio in Bermondsey that we used to always go to anyway before that. So it just happened to be, he was doing a bit of business at the time, but he was in doing music anyway, with a lot of the Peckham ones and whatnot. And he showed a keen interest in Strapsy as well. So for me, I thought, your family, it only makes sense, let's do something, And he showed belief and faith in Strapsy. So I thought, you know what, yeah, why not? Let's do something. At the same time, you've got Vash there as well.
Who's Vash, sorry? For the
Vash
people
is
that don't know.
he's a manager, industry manager, artist manager.
Did he manage Chipmunk?
Yeah, Chipmunk at the beginning stages. Then Bath took over, managed Sneakbo, managed Faith SFX, the beatbox guy, then Crepton Conan.
Right, so he's like a well-renowned
Yeah,
manager in
he's
the
known,
industry.
but that's before. So Sneakbo, Crepton Conan, that's after that. So yeah, so Vash at the time was someone who was interested also in working alongside myself with Strapsy.
Right. So then, yeah, you mentioned Mad B, young Mad B. So he was like family to you. You grew up with him. Family's tight. So was it like a no-brainer to just, or was it like, what did you hear from him? Because he used to have the hooks and that.
Yeah, Mad B had the hooks and that before. So when I'm going around to Money Mac's yard, Mad B's coming around, because at the time we was hustling anyway. Coming around, and he had a couple of things. I think he had a Different View mixtape or something like that. I can't remember. So he's coming around. So just, yeah, by default, said, you know what, if we do this thing, it weren't like no long, like strategic sit-down process. Okay, cool, let's do a label. Obviously, Mad B, Strapsy, and obviously we'll bring Mad B. And then everything else we worked out as we got along, as we moved along. So yeah, we just decided to go there, and Vash go there, innit? But we decided to go there, Also, there's a guy as well that I ain't really mentioned, but a guy called Richie Malone. He was like instrumental to a lot of things as well. Like, he was in the background, like trying to set things up for us. So that deal that Donny had with Warner Australia was through Richie, and then we had a single deal where we done a couple of records with Absolute Records. Which Richie was sort of helped like tie in as well. So Richie will be behind that many times, you know, even down to the name change. So it was someone we actually spoke to as well.
Right. And how long after that? So who else is in IRecords? I know you had Young Spray that joined the roster, but do you want to just give us a little rundown just so the people know who you had under your like kind of management situation at the time?
Yeah, so we had Mad B, we had Stainer, we had Carnage, we had Young Rem, we had Marshall McFly, and we had Zion, Young Spray. Snap wasn't really IRecords as such.
Snap Capone, yeah?
Yeah, Snap Capone wasn't really IRecords as such, but he became sort of like part under Mike as we started to like separate ways.
Right.
But yeah, so we had that. Same thing sort of like with me and Fecky. So Fecky weren't really IRecords, but I was just starting to try and see what I can do for him at the time. You get what I mean?
And you obviously knew Fecky from...
Yeah. Then we had D Gully helping out, we had Els helping out, we had Jada helping out. Yeah, I can remember. Those are the ones helping out. I sat with what on the label side of things. Just, I think all of us had like an artist that we had to focus on, innit? Yeah.
Okay. How long after that well, let me not segue it like that. Let me say that you've got you ended up having a niece that's a superstar. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
You're gonna tell the people who your niece is for those that don't know.
My niece, Miss Banks. Miss Banks. Yeah, my brother's daughter. Yeah.
And you had like a little situation where you was kind of working with her as well.
Well, just trying to help
helping her as you would.
Just helping her where I can, you know. But the thing about Tyra, she'll do her own thing. You know what I'm saying? She'll do her own thing. I've always been her own person anyway. So yeah. And even at the time, sometimes she has a tendency to be late. You know what I mean? To be late to places, and that took her time to work with. So here and there used to help her. But no, in all fairness and all honesty, she actually took the balls by herself, the balls by the horns, and she actually made her own thing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Did you see that coming? Like when she was younger, growing up, did you see any like signs of her becoming Miss Banks? Honestly.
Well, my brother, he was really into music. So again, like you said, what I used to listen to when I was in the yard, hip hop, R&B, ragga, you get me? So that's my brother. Quincy used to play a lot of that music in the yard. Prince Buju left the house a long time ago. So it was Quincy, myself, and my sister. So yeah, he was the influence anyway. So directly, when Tower was born, you know what I mean? Dad used to bang music all the time, in the car, everywhere. So, and I mean hip hop, everything. Now my brother ain't got don't care he'll play all the swearing for you. He doesn't care. All the music he wants to play, he'll play it without no thought of who's in the room. So Tyra was really exposed to that from the get-go. Then she used to ask me, Uncle, I want to go studio. So I set up a couple of studio sessions for her, a few sessions for her. Then eventually she just started doing her own thing. You know, started doing her own thing. She jumped on a couple of stuff for us with Strapsy. But yeah, she just started doing her own thing. Yeah.
Big up Miss Banks, man, because it's all in the family. Like you must be proud. You
Borrowers,
must be proud of her, man.
Yeah, I'm fine, man. Look, man, listen, remember my granddad
It started from him.
Musician, you know. I was heavy in music. Her dad was heavy in music, but not really an artist, but could write and could make music.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. The legacy's still going strong.
Trust me.
Yeah.
Trust me,
man. So what are you working on now, Rem, man? What's happening with Remedy now? RMD, Junior. Oh, you got so many names, but yeah.
Let me turn this in.
Yeah. Let me chill out.
Patrick.
Yeah, Patrick. Hey, Patrick.
Hey,
If you don't know, back in the day, if you're anyway, let's not go there. We'll save that for the next one.
Yeah.
What you
The
working on?
story is deep, man.
Yeah,
it's
that's
not
what I'm
like,
saying.
I'm telling you,
We're
bro.
gonna
You
do a
don't
part.
even try to do one.
No, I can't do it one take. I've already looked and I can't. It's impossible.
Yeah.
Your story is deeper, bro.
You have to defies it, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. So right now, what am I doing? Yeah, well, I'm consultancy/management. Yeah. You could call it managing managers. If that, just as a way for me not to like commit too much into something, allow myself enough time to help, but not be too immersed in it. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, I've got a few artists I'm working with at the moment. Got a great artist called Omar Frenchy. He's doing big stuff, man. Yeah, shout out to Move Recordings, shout out to Moa Heritage. Yeah, so working on things like that. English, Congolese, French artist, man. Yeah, he's cold, man. He's cold. So I just work from. Yeah, 1.2 million streams. Tolaka. Yeah, and he's got the Afro flip coming out as well. So yeah, great stuff, man. Like it's good when you got a good label and the label's excited about you, and then your management's excited about you and you're excited about the project. I think it's a great thing. You get what I'm saying? So I'm happy to be a part of that. So just my experiences, my mistakes, I help them not to make. You get me? And again, so with that, I know what potholes to probably like swerve. You get me? Got another artist, Mash. Mash is another one. Machine. Yeah, it's just working with him. Huh?
Mash is short for machine.
Yeah, Mash is short for machine. So Mash is another one, man. Yeah, I'm just blessed to have good artists, even like away from it, like, you've got records that, that, yeah, and then it's, yeah, so, yeah, stuff like Mad Move, like, stuff like, anyway, yeah, that, yeah, but like, that Mad Move one, yeah, that's something yeah, because you know what, like, I say sometimes, like, you can't go in a studio and say, I'm going to make a hit. You never know. And even though if you think, okay, this is the hit, this might not be the one to go. But sometimes the fact that you ain't had the right timing plays a factor as well. Marketing is very strong with things, and I feel you've got one. Right now, Machine's got one. You know what I mean? And I just want it. I want to do all I can to make sure it gets in the places where it needs to be for people to hear. I think Frenchie's got one, and it's funny. I always hear it when someone's got one. You get me? Yeah, not like I think you got one. I know you've got one. Yeah, I know you got one. Even Strapsy's got one at the moment. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. So I just get my hands in where I can and just try and see what I can do. So those are the two main ones I would say I'm pushing right now, and that's what I'm focusing on right now in terms of music. You know what I mean? Yeah, and that's my main focus, obviously. Father life, raising my children. Huh? You've got soldiers, yeah. So that's my main priority in terms of like life, just raising my children. Best way. And then is, we get it wrong sometimes. Yeah, right. But if it's how you love them and you try to, make them have a better life than you succeeded. We all want our children to do better than us. So yeah, that's me right now. A lot of other stuff happening, but that's what the focus is.
That's the focus.
Yeah.